Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So, we did have a cryptic message that came a few days ago, and I have no idea if this message is in direct correlation with our announcement that we just got, quite literally, or at least as of this recording, a few minutes ago, but we do know the next ZENKAI unit will be getting in the game. And this is a unit that a lot of people have been wanting to see get ZENKAI'd for this particular tag. One of the units, I should say. Because there's actually, I think, like 3 or maybe 4 units on this tag that could get ZENKAI's. This is one of those units. And it is none other than the LF Sword of Hope Trunks. Now, personally speaking, I was hoping that few Zamasu have corrupted would have gotten a ZENKAI Awakening, because he really needs one. But I'm fine with this entirely. This makes complete sense. This is perfectly fine. Now, the tweet doesn't really offer much about what they're going to be adding to Trunks' kit for his ZENKAI. I mean, it just says that, you know, he's getting a ZENKAI. It'll be dropping on the 5th, and then, you know, you can get his Z power from, you know, the Battle Gauntlet missions and more. That's literally it. But let me break down this Trunks for people who are probably new to Legends and weren't around when this Trunks was in the meta. When this Trunks released, he released alongside Tag Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta. And both of those units were incredible. Incredible. I mean, Goku and Vegeta alone were like, it was just a massive surprise. But this Trunks was also very good. I mean, he dealt good damage, and especially when his unique gauge got full, he was bulky. Like, his ultimate attack hit really hard. Like, this unit was fantastic. But of course, eventually power creep caught up to him. Much faster than it did for Tag Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta. So, to see this unit get a ZENKAI Awakening is honestly really good. Because that means that, especially if they do it just as well as they did, you know, LF UI Sign Goku, the one that just got a, you know, LF, or sorry, the one that just got a ZENKAI, then this unit is going to be really good, because we all know at this point, when it comes down to ZENKAI units, if they aren't Zen, or if they're not LF units, they usually suck. If they are LF units, they're usually pretty good. And especially with what they just did with UI Sign Goku, I'm hoping that they're going to give this Trunks just as much love and attention as they did that Goku. Now, what does all this mean? This means that, one, Future gets another blue unit. It also means that potentially Hybrids also gets another blue unit. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning Hybrids is because this Trunks boosts Hybrids as well. It's specifically Vegeta Clan, Hybrids, and Future. So, Vegeta Clan, Hybrids, and Future can potentially get another blue unit. And also, if you're running Hybrids, that means that now Beast Gohan gets another boost unit. So you can make him even stronger. Well, granted, if his Z ability also buffs Hybrids, but more than likely the Z ability is gonna buff Future just because of the theme of like what we're going into for the 3rd part of the anniversary. So if it's for whatever reason Blue and Hybrids, then that's not necessarily bad just because Beast Gohan would get another ZENKAI boost. But if it's Blue and Future, that's also not bad because Future can definitely start getting some boosts now, right? And if it is Blue and Future, that would also mean that Zamasu gets a ZENKAI boost. And that unit is still extremely good. Like, even now, I would say, like, out of the blue units that released, I would say this year, with the exception of Zamasu because he released last year, but the one that's been holding their own the longest, or at least from what I've seen personally, has been Zamasu. A lot of people still use him. Then after Zamasu, I would probably say 17. But all in all, though, this is all around a good thing. Because worst case scenario, he's a bench unit, which obviously that's like really worst case scenario. But he's an LF unit, so we all know his ZENKAI is going to be solid in some sort of way, shape, or form. However, if we try to tie this with the next Ultra unit, this doesn't necessarily determine what element factor the Ultra unit would be, but if it does, then that would mean, again, if the Ultra unit is Ultra Vegito Blue, then he would be a blue unit, and I don't know if that's necessarily good or bad. Like, I don't... Okay, I don't think it would necessarily be good, because when it comes to the blue unit for future, Zamasu is right there. And again, he's still in the meta, like easily in the meta. So I don't think that we need to have him replaced. But again, if they do make him blue, I understand, just because, like I said in my last video, the last like breakdown video for the cryptic message, when it comes down to ultras, there's only one blue ultra unit, and that's Super Gogeta. And Super Gogeta was the very first summonable ultra. So if they wanted to replace like that unit, they could. They could. That's the thing. But it would also put Vegito Blue in a really, not even neutral, kind of in a weird spot, because if he's a blue unit for future, that's cool and all, and more than likely he would replace Zamasu. But the thing is, Rose is also still running rampant, and that would be direct element factor advantage against Vegito Blue if you have Rose. So I don't want it to be a scenario where we have an ultra unit that releases somewhat dead on arrival. That would be terrible. Granted, obviously you could use the two together, you know, Vegito Blue and Rose, because they would both be future, and also God Key, etc. But I don't want it to be in a scenario where they release a brand new ultra unit that's pretty much going to die because one of the strongest units in the game is a green unit. So I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, they could make it like how when Ultra Super Vegito first released, or even when Ultra Super Gogeta first released, those two in particular, because when those two released, element factor didn't matter. Like, if you ran Ultra Super Gogeta when he first released with like Super Saiyan Bardock, you could run through green units. Like, they just did not matter, right? And then it was the same thing to an extent with when Vegito released, where you were kind of able to run through red units. I think the only exception to that at the time was UI Goku, because he just released. But apart from that, they were able to run through their opposing element factors. So up until, you know, they were eventually fully countered. So I don't want Vegito to release as a blue unit to put him in that type of scenario. I would want him to at least have a relatively neutral element factor in this current meta. And I would personally say that element factor is red. There are powerful blue units out there, 100%. But when it comes down to those blue units, or I would at least say for Future and God Key specifically, there is a green unit that counters that, being Rose. So if he was a red unit, that would be a really good spot. And it's not even to like diminish Cell either, because Cell is a solid red unit, you know, that could be on Future. But again, I think that it would be the best choice to make him a red unit, and also putting Future to the side. Also for Fusion Warrior, they need a red unit, and this would be the best opportunity to give them a new red unit. So I don't know, but all in all though, this Trunks getting a Zenkai is actually really, really good. This is like one of like the 3 or 4 units that really need a Zenkai, especially because when it came down to power creep, it hit this Trunks way harder than it hit Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta. But now that he's getting his Zenkai and it's dropping, not during this daily reset, because as of this recording, reset happened 20 minutes ago, but the next daily reset, we'll see what happens. But all in all though, sort of hope Trunks is getting a Zenkai Awakening. I have really high hopes for this Zenkai, but I do want to know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on this Trunks getting a Zenkai Awakening? And if you're disappointed that this Trunks got a Zenkai, which unit would you have liked to have seen get a Zenkai that falls under the tag that they're clearly trying to promote, which is Future? Again, let me know all of that in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.